Hey friend, welcome to Pursuing Goals God's Way. Have you thought about finally starting that business now that your kids are older? Do you ever stay awake wondering how to mesh your passions into purposeful work? Do you have big, ambitious goals but feel overwhelmed or even unqualified to pursue them? Hey, I'm Gabe. Not too long ago, I longed for the confidence to start an online business. I just wanted to make a difference outside my home bubble using my gifts. But I kept telling myself that I wasn't good enough. I didn't know enough, and I didn't have enough time. Until I realized something huge. My kids need me to be their example, and they need to see me win. And yours do too. In this podcast, you will learn how to clarify your goals, plan with purpose, and ditch your distractions. If you're ready to make an impact and an income, all for the glory of God, then you're in the right place. As an avid runner, I believe life is one massive marathon. It's up to you to run your own race and to finish it well. So lace up those running shoes, pop in your earbuds, and let's do this thing. Hey friend, welcome to Pursuing Goals God's Way. I am excited for you to hang out with me today because we are talking about a new trend that is going on in the social media world. And you know, I am not on social media at this moment, but a shiny new platform is out and it can be tempting to jump on the bandwagon. We want to get a head start after all before millions of users are inside to get the best reach and the most out of that platform, right? This could be our big break, especially if you're a business owner. If you are a mama with an entrepreneurial spirit, you're like, I got to get in there. I got to get working on connecting and making more leads and all the things. Now, what I'm talking about is Threads, and I'll tell you a little bit about it in a minute. And I'll be honest, when I first heard about Threads and had it explained to me, I initially thought, this could be a fun outlet to try. It seems like it won't be inundated with ads or a bunch of content that I don't want to see. But then I took a step back and thought about it some more and realized it's just not the place for me to be right now for various reasons. So let's explore those reasons today, and you can make your own decisions about if you're going to hop onto Threads or not. But you'll want to stay to the end because we're going to walk through 3 important questions to ask yourself before you dive into a new, shiny, fun, maybe engaging, whatever social media platform. So first, let's talk a little bit about what Threads is. If you haven't heard about it, you're not alone. I actually wouldn't have known about it unless my friend had told me about it. But Threads is a new app. It's built by the Instagram team, and it's for sharing text updates and joining public conversations. So think of it like Instagram meets Twitter. It's a bit more casual, kind of like Instagram started out, right? You log into it using your Instagram account, and posts can be up to 500 characters long. They can include links and photos and videos up to 5 minutes in length, but it is very similar to a Twitter. So why it's so tempting to join in the newness of a platform? For me, I think, well, maybe I can grow my audience faster. Maybe it is the thing that's going to make my business. But maybe not, right? Maybe it could be an outlet just for fun. But I know it will get inundated before we know it, and then it won't be fun anymore. Just like Facebook and Instagram, because that's one of the reasons I hopped off, because it just didn't fulfill an enjoyment to me because I was seeing a bunch of things I didn't want to see. I want to see friends and family. I want to see cute pictures of their families or updates about life. I didn't want to see ads and business and all the things. So I hopped off. So here are some reasons I decided not to join in on Threads. Now, FOMO, fear of missing out, is real. But I asked myself, am I really missing out? So I think back to Clubhouse days. Do you guys remember Clubhouse? Maybe you don't even know what it is because I don't think it was really a thing for very long. Everyone told me I should join Clubhouse because it was going to grow my business really fast. I needed to get it on the ground level. And you know what? I did for about a day or two, and then I hopped off. I just can't add another thing to think about and to learn. I feel like if you're going to use social media, at least for business purposes, you have to learn and grow with it all the time because the algorithms are changing all the dang time, right? I don't want to do that. Now, Threads, I thought about it going, I could do that just for fun and just have a fun outlet. But honestly, social media is not fun to me. So I'm going to forget about that FOMO. Now, another reason I decided not to jump in on Threads is because I have my blinders on. I know what my priorities are. I know where my focus is going to be. And just because everyone else is doing it doesn't make it right for me. I want you to think about the strategy that you have in place for your goals or for your business. And if you don't have one, then let's hop on a coaching call together and get you one, because a strategy or a roadmap or a plan is super important to move yourself forward. Does this fit into your strategy? Or is it just a distraction, taking time away from what you should be doing to move your goals or business forward? For me, it was a distraction. So I said no. Now, also, as you know, I told you in the beginning, or if you've talked to me for a long, or if you've been listening to me for a long time, you know I'm not on social media at all. So I thought, why would I start back now? I really enjoy being disconnected in a world that is all online. One of the reasons I don't want to be on there is because I already spend 5 to 8 hours a day on a computer screen working. Sometimes I spend 10. I don't want to add any more screen time, whether it's on my computer or my phone. And because my eyes just glare out after a while. And I know it's not good for me to be staring at a screen all the time. Now, I'll link a few past episodes about growing business without social media in the show notes. They're called I Quit Social Media, Now What? And also, is it possible to grow an online business without social media? If you're kind of feeling that nudge and you want to know how can you actually do that? How can you build a business or have an online business without social media? Then you'll want to go re-listen or listen back to those episodes. They were some good, fun episodes. But I'm not on social media, so I'm not going to go back on, even though this fun, shiny thing is here. Also, it really does seem like a fun platform, but I'm not sure it will stay that way. Eventually, it will get updates and it will be inundated with all the things. There will be algorithm changes. I'm not sure I want to keep up with that. I really enjoyed Instagram in the beginning when it was fun, pictures and little descriptions. It really was an outlet back then. But then they added reels and they added, links or the stories, and they just so many things that we have to think about. And I know some of you maybe like watching reels or you really like the stories, but I didn't like having all those things. I went to Instagram to look at pretty pictures. That's all I wanted. So back then it was an outlet, just like Facebook. I don't know if you remember this. I might be aging myself, but when Facebook was a little bit newer, well, when it was really new, it was just a directory for college students. I mean, I was one of the first people on, I think, but you used to be able to create lists of people inside of Facebook. So I had a college list and a high school friends list and a families list. And I loved that because I could just click on those and see exactly what I wanted to see at any given time. And if we still had that, I would definitely stay on social media because then I could go look at exactly what I wanted to look at. I felt like I could connect with whoever I wanted to when I wanted to, and I could bypass all the junk. And now you can't. You can't bypass the ads. You can't bypass the ongoings of talking about negative things or just the arguments that happen. Like you just don't bypass that anymore. So the last reason I'm not jumping on Threads is because I don't like Twitter. I've never really understood Twitter. It never brought me joy. I never figured out how to use it. And I honestly think, how is Threads going to be any different? Because it's essentially kind of like a Twitter, right? And so I didn't like that kind of a platform. And I just decided, I'm not going to try and figure it out or try and like it. And funny enough, I think I had mentioned this already, but I had no idea what Threads was until a friend mentioned it to me because I'm not currently on social media. I don't watch the news. I don't scroll news online. It was foreign to me that this platform even existed. But as soon as she told me about it, I really got the itch that maybe I should join in because of the fear of missing out. This could be the one only time the wave happens, right? But then I said, I don't want to surf anyway. So missing the wave doesn't sound all that bad, right? So now I talked about me and why I'm not jumping on the Threads bandwagon, but let's talk a little bit about you. Are you interested in checking out Threads? It's not a bad thing if you do, but I also don't want you to take a blind leap into something that may not be good or right for you. So, here are 3 things I want you to consider before you jump on in. Maybe sit with your journal on these and take some time to pray about it. First, ask yourself, how much time am I already spending on social media? Will this increase that time? Now, if you don't know how much time you are spending, that's a problem too. But you can literally go into your phone settings and check how much time you're on social. Now, if you're on the computer, it's a little bit different, but you can really track that. And I would recommend tracking it for at least a week or 2 if you are using social to see how much you're on there. Is it a distraction for you, right? So, how much time am I already spending? Do I want to increase that time? Because if you're adding a social media, that's a new place to go look. It's a new place to engage. So, you will be adding time. Unless you say, okay, I'm going to forget about Facebook and I'm just going to go to Threads. Okay, that's a different story. But otherwise, you're adding time. The number 2 thing I want you to think about: what purpose would this platform serve in my life? Ask yourself that question. Will it add value to it or take away from my larger calling? Does Threads serve a purpose in what you're doing? Maybe you're called to minister on social media. Maybe you're called to make an impact there. Great. Maybe it would serve a great purpose for you. Maybe you just want a place to connect. Awesome. But is it going to add value to your life, or is it going to take away from your larger calling? The third question I want you to ask yourself: is another social media platform a part of my priorities right now? Will it lead me closer to my goals or distract me from obtaining them? This is an important question, or 2 questions, because is it a priority for you? Is social media a priority? If not, maybe think about not doing it. And also think about the goals that you have. Will it distract you from those goals, or will it bring you closer to them? Because I know you do not have all the time in the world. I know you have a full plate already. If you add this on, you got to take something else off. And is that sacrificing family time? Is that sacrificing goal time? Is that sacrificing work? I'm guessing you're not going to sacrifice work if you're a working mama. But you're going to have to take something off. So, is it a priority? All right, so let's just go through those questions one more time real quick so that you can either write them down or just review them in your head right now. So first, how much time am I already spending on social media? Will this increase that time? Second, what purpose would this platform serve in my life? Will it add value to it or take away from my larger calling? And third, is another social media platform a part of my priorities right now? Will it lead me closer to my goals or distract me from attaining them? So, all in all, this is a short and sweet episode. I just thought it'd be fun to come in here and let you know I'm not joining Threads, so don't come find me on there. Maybe I'll change my mind. Right now I'm not, because I'm already not on social media except in my Simplicity and Motherhood Facebook group. Now I go to that group, but I link it in my project management system, so I'm not going anywhere else except into that group. So if you want to connect with me, come find me on Simplicity and Motherhood. You can just search for it, easy to find. But Threads could be fun and refreshing for you. So I want to give you permission to go try it out if you want to. I just want to let you know, for me, I'm going to sit this one out. All right, that's all I had for you today. In all things I pray, you just run your race. I believe in you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a great time and I hope you did too. Before we go though, make sure you follow the podcast on your favorite listening platform if you haven't already. If you resonate with this episode, please consider leaving a review on iTunes or share it with a friend, as this helps grow the podcast. Also, if you're not a part of Simplicity and Motherhood, consider joining us. It's a free online community built to provide support and encouragement so you can create balance and live intentionally as you go after your biggest goals, God's way. Head on over to redhotmindset.com for more resources and to find the link to join the community. In all things I pray, you just run your race. I believe in you.